Lewis Hamilton's last race with Mercedes at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix was like watching a movie. He started way back in 16th place, which is pretty bad, but guess what? He drove like a superhero and made it all the way up to 4th place. This showed everyone how amazing he is at driving and how he never gives up. He wanted to end his time with Mercedes in the best way possible. After the race, something really cool happened. The people who run Formula One racing let Hamilton do something super special with the top 3 drivers. They got to drive around the track one more time together. The racing bosses wrote in their official papers that after the race finished, the top 3 drivers and the driver of car number 44, that's Hamilton, should stay on the track, slow down, and drive to where all the cars park. Then they could celebrate if they wanted to. This was really, really rare and showed how important Hamilton is to racing. It was like giving him the special goodbye party as he gets ready to start driving for Ferrari next year. Even though everyone was celebrating, Toto Wolff, who's the boss of the Mercedes team, was pretty upset about what happened during practice. He said some things that made Hamilton start so far back in the race. "I need to say sorry to Lewis and to everyone on our team who worked so hard to make this a great ending for him," Wolff said honestly. "He was the faster driver with the car setup we picked. We were also trying some things for next year, but we totally messed up for him. We made a really dumb mistake by not going out earlier on the track. There's no excuse for it, no excuse." Hamilton was disappointed about the practice mess-up, but he didn't let it ruin his mood. When he talked about the race weekend, he said, "We tried so hard with how we set up the car. We got the car working really well, and it looked good in practice. I was really thinking maybe I could get on the podium this weekend. But then the timing wasn't right during practice because I was the last one on the track. I ended up stuck behind one of the Alpine cars right at the end, and I just ran out of time." But Hamilton turned this bad thing into something that made him want to try even harder. After a really tough race that tested how good he was at driving and how strong he was, he crossed the finish line in 4th place. This showed everyone how tough he is and how good he is at racing. As he drove his slow lap after the race, Hamilton said something really sweet to his team. "We dreamed by ourselves, but together we believed. Thank you for all the bravery, hard work, and love for seeing me and supporting me." What started as taking a big chance turned into a trip into the history books. Hamilton leaving Mercedes is like the end of a really amazing story. For 11 whole years, the team and Hamilton worked together and did incredible things. They broke records and set new goals for being the best in Formula One racing. Hamilton won 6 driver championships and Mercedes won 7 team championships, plus they won 84 races together. Hamilton's time at Mercedes was better than anyone else's. The partnership between him and the team will definitely be remembered as one of the most famous in racing history. But Hamilton's move to Ferrari is like starting a bold new adventure. It could change his whole career, especially since he's getting older as a driver. When he announced this earlier in the year, it surprised a lot of people. This was especially shocking because Hamilton had said before that he wanted to retire while still driving for Mercedes. But Ferrari is a team with lots of history and respect, and that was too exciting to say no to. "During the winter break, I used a special part of my Mercedes contract," Hamilton explained. "It was a really hard decision, but it felt right for where I am in my career right now. Ferrari is like starting a new chapter, a new challenge, and a chance to try to win that 8th championship that I really want." People have different feelings about Hamilton going to Ferrari. Some people think it's like a romantic fairy tale, ending to an amazing career. Other people wonder if Ferrari can give Hamilton a car that's good enough to win championships. But the 7-time world champion still feels hopeful. "I know it won't be easy, but I've always loved challenges," Hamilton said. "Ferrari has amazing history, and being part of that is an honor. Together we'll try really hard to be great." Hamilton's last race with Mercedes also showed how much the team cared about each other and respected each other. After the race, he wrote a really nice message on social media to thank his team for always supporting him. "To my Mercedes family, all my love and thanks for everything we've done together," Hamilton wrote. This isn't goodbye, but it's like closing one amazing chapter of a book and starting another one. The Abu Dhabi Grand Prix also reminded everyone how brilliant Hamilton still is at driving. Even though his car wasn't always the best, he showed why he's still one of the most amazing drivers in the sport. He caught up to his teammate George Russell, who was 14 seconds ahead, and passed him on the very last lap. This was the perfect way to end his time with Mercedes. It showed all the toughness and never-give-up attitude that has been part of his whole journey. If you look at the numbers, Hamilton's time with Mercedes was absolutely incredible. Out of his record 105 wins in his whole career, 84 of them happened with Mercedes. He also got 78 pole positions, that means starting first, and lots of podium finishes with them. He also has the record for most wins at one single racetrack. He won the British Grand Prix 9 times. That's something that probably won't happen again anytime soon. These numbers show just how amazing the Hamilton-Mercedes partnership was, and prove their place in Formula One history. What's really clear is that Hamilton's journey isn't finished yet. As he gets ready to wear the famous red suit of Ferrari, everyone in the F1 world is watching and waiting excitedly. The 2025 season is going to be one of the most exciting in a long time. Hamilton will take on a new challenge and try to add another chapter to his amazing career story. For Mercedes, Hamilton leaving means the end of an incredible time, but it also means the start of something new. The team now has the really hard job of finding someone to replace their star driver while still trying to be the best team. Toto Wolff, thinking about Hamilton's amazing achievements, said, "Lewis has been a really important part of our team and our success. Replacing him is impossible, but we'll honor what he did by continuing to push the limits of what we can do." Hamilton's driving at Yas Marina was more than just a great race. It was like making a statement about how brilliant he still is. During his time with Mercedes, Hamilton broke records, won 6 of his 7 world championships, and created one of the most successful partnerships in racing history. With 84 wins, 78 pole positions, and countless podium finishes while driving for Mercedes, his achievements really are unmatched. The weekend was full of emotions, not just for Hamilton, but for his team and fans too. After the race, Hamilton did celebratory donuts on the track, spinning his car in circles for fun, and spent several moments kneeling next to his car, taking in how important that moment was. Crossing the finish line and getting out of the car one last time with this team was incredibly emotional, Hamilton said. "I just wanted to soak it all in, thinking about everything we've achieved together. Mercedes will always be part of me." Charles Leclerc, who will be Hamilton's teammate at Ferrari, was quick to say how great Hamilton is. "Lewis is Lewis, and he will always remain Lewis," Leclerc said. "He's extremely talented." Actually, talented isn't the right word. He's a legend of our sport. He's never lost it, and he never will. Leclerc is excited about working together, calling it a chance to learn from one of the greatest drivers and to help push Ferrari back to being the best team. For Hamilton, this challenge is about more than just winning races. It's about creating a legacy at Ferrari that's just as good as what he did at Mercedes. "It's a new chapter, a new challenge, and I'm ready for it," Hamilton said during a recent interview. "Ferrari has incredible history, and being part of that is an honor. Together, we'll work to bring the team back to its winning ways." As the sun went down over the Yas Marina racetrack, the end of Hamilton's Mercedes chapter felt very touching and inspiring. It was a celebration of a driver who has become bigger than the sport itself, and a team that has changed what it means to be dominant. While the future has uncertainty, one thing is certain: Lewis Hamilton's impact on Formula One will be felt for many years to come. But Hamilton's switch to Ferrari has also made people ask lots of questions. Can Ferrari give him a car that's good enough to compete at the front? Will Hamilton and Leclerc work well together under pressure, or will it be difficult because they're both really strong personalities? And maybe the biggest question of all, can Hamilton win that 8th world championship he really wants to prove he's the greatest driver of all time? One thing is certain: the 2025 season is going to be one of the most exciting in years. With Hamilton wearing red, Verstappen trying to break more records, and McLaren team looking really strong and wanting to shake things up, Everything is set for an unforgettable year of racing. As Hamilton said himself, the journey isn't over. It's just going in a new direction. Whether he succeeds or struggles at Ferrari, his legacy is already safe. But if there's one thing we've learned about Lewis Hamilton, it's that you can never count him out.